It was just a thought. I never knew it would really be massive, and looking back, I could feel my achievements, which are fulfilling and amazing. 2008 was already a challenging year, as unknowingly, economic turmoil started to emerge. It is indeed a challenge to establish an organization which is now an institution. I was motivated by my passion to lead and create leaders as well. And because of this, I pushed with my plans, summoned my colleagues, and we ventured our roots and created IECEP-UAE. That was July 2008. I chaired for 2.5 years from 2008 until 2010. I was supported by 32 electronics engineers from various companies, and it went to around 200 members. From the beginning, I ensured that the spectrum of activities that IECEP-UAE will undertake would be holistic, comprehensive, in order to cover the whole value chain to address the challenges of time. We attribute all the achievements of IECEP-UAE to one another. I have always the honor to represent IECEP-UAE and present its core values and strategic steps to every members and incoming members of the institution. As I believe in the value of succession, we need to instill to our members that value of character, professionalism, integrity, and camaraderie, because this is what electronics engineers are. Mabuhay tayong lahat, mabuhay ang IECEP-UAE.
2011 has been a very busy and challenging year for IECEP-UAE. The year started with the first turnover of leadership from chapter's founding officers, where out of the 11 board of directors, only 2 from the founding officers were re-elected to serve again for another year. The new set of officers immediately acknowledges the very big shoes to fill to make IECEP-UAE move to the right direction. 2011 was a great year. I commend all officers and members on their hard work, dedication, and support, as I can humbly say that this year will be one, if not the finest year, that IECEP-UAE would ever have. It is with great pleasure and humility to say, let us keep each other with respect and understanding. The institution we have commenced this with respect and competence. Hence, let us keep the spirit in order to succeed and continue for another decade. Maraming salamat and mabuhay ang IECEP-UAE.
Hello everyone! Happy 10th year anniversary to the IECEP-UAE family. God has always been faithful to our organization and to all of us in our lives, both professionally and personally. Being one of the past governors of the chapter is truly a great honor. I will forever treasure and remember the experience of leading a group of not only smart, talented, gifted individuals, but who are so committed and selfless in helping and guiding fellow members and officers to serve each other and together be of service to the Philippine community in the Middle East and throughout the world. For me, is the real value of being a part of this noble organization. Thank you for your support, and please continue to support all the future activities of the IECEP. I'm sorry that I was not able to fly to join, but then you know that my heart is with you rejoicing and celebrating this momentous event that we are adding to the history of our chapter. Congratulations to a never-ending and unlimited success of the organization. And I pray for you all continued success, more breakthroughs, more achievements, more recognition, as truly one profession, one organization, one family. Thank you and happy anniversary again.
"2013? How can anyone forget? This was the year when the Filipino Professional Group, now known as the Philippine Professional Organization or PPO, came up with the first sports fest and the first social event entitled An Evening with the Filipino Professionals. Those were the major events during the time. IECEP-UAE chapter, among the group of professionals like IIEE, PSME, UAP, PICPA, and others, became the overall champion at the basketball competition. Additionally, IECEP-UAE chapter was the team who mainly evolved during the evening with the professionals. And once again, our camaraderie and unity were demonstrated and recognized. It is now my privilege to thank everyone in this hall, the past governor, board of directors, and mostly our committed members. You are the soul of the institution, for without you, our members, we can never be called leaders. Mabuhay ang IECEP-UAE, mabuhay tayong lahat.
My challenge in 2015 was to uphold the perseverance of the previous governors. Nevertheless, with the unselfish support and dedication of all the members and their families, I was able to withstand the needs and requirements of time. We were able to conduct various seminars and trainings with qualified speakers from IECEP National and from our very own competent leaders and members. We were able to continue our commitment with the Filipino community through outreach programs by providing free airfare to those who qualified distressed OFWs under the care of OWAC. We were the highest attendees during the second IECEP International Convention in Qatar, and we were able to increase the membership. And lastly, our activities strengthened our bond into one family, one institution. I can say that my personal and professional abilities were honed and refined as I managed to influence and direct the right path for the leaders and for the members. It was difficult for us, for there was no shortcut to great leadership. However, I would be forever grateful to all the officers and members as they are the significant ingredient in the IECEP-UAE chapter. Mabuhay po tayong lahat. Ugmayng adlaw ka natin tanan.
2016 is the 8th year of IECEP-UAE chapter and the year where professional upgrades happened. And this year, the result of SPLE was spectacular, with the ECE passing rate of 14% and ECT of 79%. This is the time as well when IECEP-UAE chapter created 10 PSEs and 1 ASEAN registry. Our IECEP-UAE involvement in the community and social development stood up remarkably as well, as we continue to support and participate in all events, activities, and gatherings of the Filipino community and the Philippine professional organizations. I was fortunate to have IECEP-UAE chapter's past governance, board of directors, and most especially our members who always assure that as one family, we are bound to keep up with the welfare of each one. I must say that each one in IECEP-UAE chapter plays a vital role for the success of this institution. The past years gave me a different perspective to always be selfless and to provide the best for our members. It was really an honor to serve you all. Mabuhay ang IECEP. I love you all.
During the past years, the association has created several events and programs which provided us prestige and honor. It all began with our active participation to the different Filipino community activities, including the hosting of the most attended and successful 4th IECEP GCC Summit. Our leadership and competency wrote and produced several SPLE registered electronics engineers and electronics technicians. Further, more engineers were motivated and included to being upgraded to PECE, ASEAN engineers, and ACPE status. This also brought some engineers to be recognized and highly regarded and therefore awarded by notable award-giving bodies such as the PRC and IECEP National. IECEP-UAE created a greater impact to the personal and professional lives of its members. The association was able to strengthen their beliefs and enhance their enthusiasm to further develop their skills and know-how. With the escalating economic distress, the support and steadfast commitment of the association to elevate the career of its members is already a rewarding move. In a world where there are cultural, spiritual, and intellectual differences, the presence of a family in IECEP-UAE is very significant. To date, a total of number of 300 members remains active, and it is not in number that unites us, but our character, commitment, capability, and faith in God. Indeed, to belong to IECEP-UAE chapter is a great privilege. Mabuhay IECEP-UAE! Mabuhay tayong lahat!
Happy 10th anniversary, IECEP-UAE!